When two astronauts unexpectedly in space for 9 months finally returned to Earth on a SpaceX Dragon capsule, their challenges were just beginning. Because 9 months in zero gravity is enough to change their bodies in many ways, especially since they were originally only prepared for an 8-day trip. First of all, in the zero gravity of space, bones are like they've been put on a fast-forward aging program. The gravity on the International Space Station is 90% of Earth's. When bones don't have to support weight, they lose bone mass at a rate of 1% to 2% per month. That's 12 times faster than bone loss in osteoporosis patients on Earth. Over 9 months, weight-bearing bones like hip bones can lose almost 20% of their mass. The risk of fractures becomes very high, like in elderly people. Even worse, about 40% of this bone loss might be permanent. It's like the universe is quietly stealing the building blocks of life. Next, there's muscle loss that you can actually see. Astronaut Williams joked, "I've forgotten what it feels like to lie down." Behind the humor is a harsh reality. Astronauts can lose about 3% of muscle mass each month. Over 9 months, it's like half of their muscles just disappear. The most obvious loss is in leg muscles. When you don't need to fight gravity to walk, leg muscles are like balloons slowly losing air. Space medicine data shows long stays in space can lead to as much as 5% muscle mass loss per week. Even just standing up can become a challenge. And a human heart can change from a water balloon to an air balloon. This is because blood is no longer pulled down by gravity. Downward flow stops. The heart doesn't have to work as hard, so the muscle gets weaker. One study found long-term spaceflight can reduce cardiovascular endurance by 50%. It's like turning an athlete into a couch potato instantly. Even more dangerous is the weakening of blood vessel muscles. This can cause problems with blood pressure and even space dizziness. Vision also suffers. It's called spaceflight-associated neuroocular syndrome. Because fluids shift upwards in zero gravity, it can put pressure on the optic nerve and change the shape of the eyeball. This can worsen nearsightedness. It's like wearing blurry glasses all the time. Even the dashboard numbers might look fuzzy, blurry. And let's not forget cosmic radiation. Radiation on the space station is 365 times stronger than on Earth. Staying there for 9 months is like getting almost 30 years of radiation on Earth. These high-energy particles can directly damage cell DNA, raising the risk of cancer. Even more hidden is the long-term damage to the nervous system. Some astronauts have described space brain fog, memory loss, and slow reactions. This might be from the combined effects of radiation and zero gravity. Knowing these risks, astronauts going on long missions prepare very thoroughly. That's why their bodies don't change too much. For example, before they go, they train for at least 2 years specifically. This includes lying in a -6-degree tilted bed to simulate fluid shifts to the head, using centrifuges to improve cardiovascular fitness, and more. Also, during that time, they follow carefully planned exercise and nutrition programs. This can keep bone loss under 5% and muscle loss down to 15%. So you could say these two astronauts who were stuck in space were like pedestrians caught in the rain without rain gear. They found shelter last minute, but they were already soaked. When they rushed to space, they only packed workout gear for a short trip. Their nutrition wasn't optimized for long-term zero gravity either, so their body's natural defenses were overwhelmed. That's why they faced a very long recovery period. For the first 3 days, even lifting their heads made them dizzy. It took about 2 weeks before they could walk steadily. And for bone density to recover, it could take as long as 2 years. In short, you could say it was the most expensive overtime ever. If you liked this, like and follow. See you in the next one.